programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington Homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Batter up! Join us this summer at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed Salt Dogs games running now through August. Visit saltdogs.com for updates on everything you need to know about weekly promotions, giveaways, and special events. That's where you'll find the latest updates to make sure you catch all the excitement and never miss a homestand you want to attend. Haymarket Park is your ticket to fun all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Summertime is here. It's time to get to Brown's Shoe Fit for their May sandal sale. From now through May 31st, get $15 off all regular price sandals. Whether it's for hiking, for the lake, or just everyday sandals, Brown's has you covered. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your summer off right with the May sandal sale at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. I had to come back to Lincoln, Nebraska because Kendall was going to be in.
You came back strictly for Kendall. I mean, just for Kendall. That was accurate, but I don't think that's fully accurate. But it's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you, man.
What's bizarre is Raff opening up the show.
I know.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
I threw it over to AD.
I leaned in. He goes, all right.
Yeah, I was like, he's back.
That's my bad.
Back.
But I swore
that's not your bad.
I swore that Nick looked at me and winked. So I thought that was him saying, go get it, Tiger. And I was like, all right, here I go.
I'm not sure I've ever said those words to you or winked at you. But you know what? You're back. I'm happy you're here. I said before we went on the air, and I'll say it publicly that I'm excited to be in your presence. But we'll just go from there.
He's excited to be back.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, AG, are you? What's going on inside your house?
What?
Oh yeah, you got some major feedback, unfortunately, on your microphone there, my friend. I gotta mute you.
Yeah, it was choppy. Yeah, y'all was choppy. I was good.
So now, AG, you sound like your microphone is not taking the audio. You sound like you're in an elevator shaft, unfortunately.
I don't know what to tell you. I haven't touched nothing.
So
let's see here.
We can't have that type.
While he figures that out real quick, while you guys
unfortunately,
we want to hop to right to Kendall right away. AG will get that.
There it is.
There we go.
There we go.
That's better.
There we go.
Pump your brakes. Slow down. Y'all moving way too fast. Okay.
No, I'm not moving too fast. There's just a lot of noise coming back.
No, I know. I was like, give me a second, because sometimes when they go into when I come in the StreamYard, it redirects my mic. It puts it from the camera or something like that. That's why I sound like a wind tunnel. So this got to give me a couple seconds to bring the mic, my actual mic, into the selection of the item box, which you probably wouldn't know nothing about, AD. So I'm just talking to Nick. He knows what I'm talking about.
Right. Check 1, 2.
Don't care. We got Kendall in the studio, guys.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. It is good to have you in the studio, man. It's good to have you back. Speaking of wind, AG and you guys, it's pretty windy outside, but it's good to blow you in right to us this morning, Kendall.
Yeah, man. So it's good to be here. We're just just grateful to be here with you guys, but just chopping it up a little bit about the new shop and just trying to get the word out when we're going to open that South location. So
Kendall, we had a good time with Kurt and his daughter that was here with us about a month ago.
Yeah,
give or take, and they did a great job.
Yeah,
but this is your baby.
Yeah,
And I want to get to something before we hop into the shop real quick.
Yeah,
you set your alarm every morning for 3:43.
3:43.
And Kendall, you are one of the most disciplined people that I know, and you inspired me. I know so many others more than you know. You're having your quiet time out on your location bench right outside.
Yeah, so I have three benches outside our downtown location, and all three of them are dedicated to Des and I's children, and they've got plaques on them. And it means a lot to me to spend time out there, quiet time in the morning, my priming time. And you do the same thing. A lot of us do. We're all routine based people, creatures of habit, and that time out there in the morning, just praying and sending some texts and checking on people, checking on friends. That's important to me to get the day started for sure.
Well, you've done a tremendous job at that. I've learned a lot from you, Kendall, the past couple of years, man. So I appreciate you just being that light for so many at Beacon, man. Kendall, why the next shop?
Well, that it's always been a passion of mine to serve the automotive community. And that South location is just something that I thought about for years. I knew that respectfully that the city of Lincoln was underserved down in the south side of the city. And I just wanted to be able to make an impact in our community, in the automotive industry, at another location. So I prayed on that lot, man, for about a year. And then I finally was able to buy the lot, finally was able to get the funding secured. And then we went, and we're a couple weeks away from opening. So full of gratitude, a lot of nervous energy right now. Sure. But and I'm just I'm trying not to let my family down and the community down. So we're gonna open that thing up and do well down there.
And before you guys open up too with some questions, Kendall, me and Raff, I know personally had seen you many times in the conference room meeting and with your team strategizing.
Sure.
Even some stressful looks on your face, like, man. But to see you persevere and to see the groundbreaking, months ago now, all the different processes and the steps that you've been posting and showing, man, is a thing of encouragement to many.
It's that at bat of a lifetime for me, and small business, all the small businesses, and a ton of really great small businesses in the community. It's just that at bat of a lifetime, and it's there is no plan B for me. I burned all the plan Bs. I only have one plan, and that's to make that place work and serve the community and be great in spaces where I know we can be great in, and that's customer service and speed and repairs and all makes and all models. So we're looking forward to it. I'm very excited, but again, I'm very nervous too, because I don't want to let my family down and I don't want to let the community down.
You got anything, AG?
No. Just I'll say this. With you and starting a new project, I kind of understand that. So to have the where you got to give yourself that time to kind of, I say, recalibrate before you get your day started, because I definitely understand that process. Because when you have, basically, I know your phone email box is full every day, and so you got to reply to things, people, because it's all part of the plan and what you're doing. So I'll say hats off to you to understand what you got to do day by day to get yourself prepared for your day, because nobody will know unless you tell them what you're doing every day on how busy you are. And because sometimes might take that as, oh man, he's ignoring me, stuff like that. So I'm glad you're conscious of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically, to make sure that you can then blast off every day and make every day a win for at least for you and your family, beyond everybody that's obviously in your inner circle and outer circle. So good job to that.
I appreciate that, Ahman. You've ran a lot of routes literally in life. So you understand how important it is to be great for yourself, and then be great for your teammates, be great for people that you serve every day. So it's that quiet time, that priming time, as Tony Robbins says, in the morning early for me, gets me set for the day and allows me to be great for a lot of people. So, and you do the same thing. All of us do the same thing. So I appreciate that.
We have a routine.
Kendall, what are you most excited about the next shop? I noticed, Kurt told us the number of bays they're going to be increased, etc. But all of that aside, what are you most excited about the new location and the address again, the new location? Because I have more questions for you too.
Y'all also talked about we had too many yard signs out there in the city of Lincoln. You guys touch on that a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure.
I'm sure you have plenty in your garage right now.
I do have enough yard signs if anybody needs would love one. That was a challenge for us. We had a little bit too many out there, so I apologize to the city of Lincoln.
Hey, you had a goal. You had to set. You got to put them out there. Let people know.
Well, a couple every block was too many. So just if anybody's listening, so the south location, we have 12 bays down there, and we're going to service anything and everything from Porsches to Rovers to Chevrolets to Fords to Nissans to Hondas and anything in between. We do some muscle car builds. We have some EVs. We've got a couple of Teslas scheduled for service next week.
Wow.
Already down there. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. It's 52nd and Yankee Hill, right up the hill from that on 40th and Yankee Hill. A football throw away for Ahman to Target, which is a little bit of a throw for all of us. I think he could get one there, but it's close to Target. It's
right where that is.
Casey's, and that lot. Again, I spent a lot of time on that lot praying, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. I know that it's going to be a lot of work, but again, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to I built the team down there already, so the team is ready to go next week. We're targeting. I wanted to open next Monday, the 19th.
Oh wow!
It's looking like the 27th, which is I think is the day after Memorial Day. So I'm looking forward to it. A lot of nervous energy. Des, my wife, is probably a little bit more nervous than I am, so I'm trying to balance that part of the equation out too. But grateful for the opportunities, grateful for my family, grateful for the community, and you guys are always great. I mean, you're extended family to me, so I'm grateful to be here with you all this morning.
Hey, Ken, go ahead. I was just going to ask you, Kendall, the one thing that every time you speak, it's always community, community, community.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Where did those beliefs be instilled at? Because nobody gives back to community like you do.
Well, I think it's the upbringing that I had in a village of 90 back home. It was always about what can you do for someone else. It wasn't about us. It never was. And my mother really instilled that in me. And if somebody needed a loaf of bread, we gave them half of our loaf of bread. And that's the God's honest truth. If I had a Bible, I'd put my hand on it right here. So in that space, it was, how can we positively affect someone else?
Right.
And in the community that we live in, there's a lot of things that we take advantage of every day in terms of waking up, being able to drive. So if we can make an impact on school lunch debt, if we can make an impact with providing a vehicle for somebody less fortunate that doesn't have transportation and may have kids of single mother, single father, to me, that's what success is all about. And it's part of the community. So I'm grateful to be able to do that.
Kendall, I want you to explain too, how many people, I mean, get back to the way that you were as Pete Ferguson calls them, pillars and also stakeholders in the community. And I love how Pete Ferguson explains that, stakeholders, because you are one. You don't just do your business like, well, that's their business.
Sure.
When you give those cars away to folks who can't, every time I see that, it gives me goosebumps, man, because you're not giving them some jalopy. You're making sure that car is in fine condition. It's tuned. It's ready to go. Where did that idea come from?
Well, so it's the ability that God gave me with vehicles. And then you translate that into, okay, how can I make a difference? So the gifts that God has given me and my father gave me back home was, okay, we're going to get this vehicle running, and it doesn't matter how long it's going to take. It took me a long time when I was younger. I'm really much better at it now. But again, getting those vehicles ready to be given away, whether we're partnering with Catholic Social Services or we partner with another nonprofit, it's always about eliminating a burden for others. And I got to tell you, the best times that I've had in those spaces, and we partner with our auto parts places, and they give us the parts at a discount, so we try to minimize the cost. But the best part of those equations, Aaron, is giving that person a hug as we hand them the keys. Again, John Sukup, Catholic Social Services down the street here on O Street, great human being, great organization. We've given away a couple there. That's the hugs that you get from those people, and the feeling that you get when you give them a hug in terms of, hey, I'm eliminating a huge burden of getting my kids to school and getting to the grocery store and getting to a doctor's visit. So that part of the equation for me is, again, that's success.
I love it. I got one more question before we let you go. How many more techs did you have to hire?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I do have 5 techs that I've hired that's ready to go down south. I've been meeting with them and recruiting and pitching them, the vision for us down there and the support that I'm going to give them, not only inside the building, but also outside, being the best versions of themselves, and then being the best father, husband, friend. So I've hired 5. I've got those guys ready to go. I have been meeting with them every Thursday night for the last 8 to 10 weeks. So they're ready to go. We're gonna get going next week, but our go date, and you can schedule an appointment beginning next week for the South location, but you can also, we're going to be open on the 27th, and we'll have a ribbon cutting grand opening with the chamber that Friday, which is, I believe, the 30th. So looking forward to it. Grateful for the opportunity to be in the community again, be with you guys, and just grateful every day. Appreciate it, guys.
Folks, Kendall Warnock, founder of A1 Auto. I guess I can't wait to get into your new place and to see it, man.
Appreciate that, brother.
Aaron says right here, good morning. He goes, I like this guy. He will have my business if I ever need it.
Appreciate that, brother.
I love it. Thank you. Aaron, you will not be disappointed, man. Like I said, I've trusted Kendall for a number of years now and has done things that most places would not even think of doing. From you guys even getting my daughter, giving her a jump a few blocks away from the place. Most places wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. We appreciate the city of Lincoln.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, everyone.
Folks, the 27th, you can go online.
A1autolincoln.com, and it's 5110 State Hill Drive which is basically 52nd and Yankee Hill, right up the hill from Target, and that new Casey's on 40th and Yankee Hill.
Folks, we will be back, and we're going to continue our talk about Pete Rose, and we're going to talk about the reasons why he should not make it in the Hall of Fame before we hop into the NFL schedule at 10 and all that other good stuff. Kendall, thanks again, brother. Appreciate you. Love you, man. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Breezy and not nearly as hot today in Lincoln. We did manage 90 yesterday. I'm thinking 82 for a high temperature today, but wind gusts are going to be around 30 to 40 miles an hour, so hang on to those hats out there. Wind will stay with us tonight. We'll drop down to 56 for a low. We'll get up to 80 again tomorrow with, again, wind gusts up around 30 to 40 miles an hour. I'm meteorologist Aaron Downer for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends Friday, May 16th.
See Home Club for details.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
National Electrical Safety Month is held every May to raise awareness about the importance of staying safe around electricity. Visit les.com/safety for safety tips on power lines, tree trimming, storms, and so much more.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwisow.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. Beautiful day outside. It's cool to look outside. No rain.
Yeah, there's no rain, which is a beautiful day. How's it going at H-Town in Houston, AG? What's the weather looking like there, my man?
It's 81, mostly cloudy, but it's been really good weather. I was in Dallas yesterday for my granddaughter's pre-K graduation.
Awesome.
So she is off for the summer. That's why you saw, I don't know if you saw her earlier running around here behind me. But she is with us for the summer.
All done. Congrats.
Yep, all done. So yeah, 80 and feeling good right now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Here in the capital city, it's a beautiful day here downtown, 1040 O Street here at the Mill. Come get your coffee, come get your tea, come hang out and relax. It's a beautiful day outside. 68 degrees, the high is 77, but it is windy. We are going to blow right back into the conversation we had yesterday. We talked about the reasons, for him being in. We're not saying he should not, give or take. We're just going both ways because some of the reasons we talked about with Pete Rose. And there were some great points that were brought in yesterday. It gave us a lot of conversation. We talked about it in depth. Some of the reasons obviously should be baseball all-time hits leader, 4,256. He was 17-time All-Star, 3 times World Series champ. His resume literally screams MVP. You're going to say he's got blemishes. Well, you're going to go a lot of guys that are already in the hall that have blemishes as well as far as that goes. And you know what? Most importantly, the fans want him in there. We've seen a lot of things come out in the past 48, 72 hours once that news that came out from the MLB regarding him being eligible now once, obviously he's been deceased, which I said yesterday I thought was kind of morbid and really a slap in the face, I think, to him, because it was like the guy had his entire adult life post-baseball almost banned, and they brought him in when they needed him.
Yep.
After they didn't need him more, you're back over there, Raff.
Yep. No, I really think that the fan push for him, the family push to get him in the Hall of Fame is huge, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the sports writers, and I know Rob Manfred is leaning towards, and I just think there's going to be enough sports writers out there that are going to be like, we look at Barry Bonds, look at Roger Clemens.
Mm-hmm.
They've battled to even close to the threshold of making the Hall of Fame cut. And I just don't see there's enough sports writers out there that are going to be like, okay, we're going to put Pete Rose in. It won't be right away.
AG, what's your thoughts on it? Yesterday we talked about the reasons for. We're not going to talk necessarily but just maybe just like we have. Your opinion on Pete Rose and what the MLB did in regards to him being eligible now that he's been passed away.
I said about time. I guess I look at it as, from an athlete, and what we go through. And I kind of mentioned with Kendall, we're talking and the things that people don't know that we go through as professional athletes. And we seen him obviously publicize a lot of what we know about Pete and everything that's been going on since the day it happened to the time as a, trying to get in, being alive, and then now passed away. Family, close friends, himself, going through all this. I say, it's about time, because I think he paid his debt to society, having the criticism from the sports writers, from fans out there, from people everywhere. I think eventually is like, at this point, you got to let the guy, like Major League Baseball did. I'm glad they did it on. They just took, took a step ahead and said, hey, we're going to do this regardless of what people feel out there, because regardless of what you say or don't do, or don't say, people are going to have their opinions, period. I remember my mom used to say, hey, people talk Christ off the cross. So to that point is, I'm glad that now for history and for sports sake, you got a guy in a place where he's going to be, around other like players of his caliber, switch hitter, what he did with baseball, obviously while he was playing, fantastic. The unfortunate of what he did after put him in a dark light, obviously, but I believe we're past that. We should be past that, and he paid his dues, and now his family can enjoy his career. And I think society, regardless of which way the decision can go, you got to let their family. You can't, stop people from enjoying what their, family member, mom, dad, husband, brothers, brother, cousin has done, and he did some fantastic things on the baseball diamond.
Here's what I would say to this is that Pete Rose, I think it's okay to look at him as a player and as a manager separately, right? Because a lot of the criticism about him putting money on and wagering on games came from his time as a manager. However, there's not a lot of time of his as a player. As a player, undeniable, he should be a member of the Hall of Fame. And so it's a matter of are the sports writers and the guys and girls that are the ones making the decisions, are they able to look at it separately? I don't know if you guys saw the Cincinnati Reds game last night, but prior to first pitch, the street outside of I used to be Great American Ballpark, I believe it still is, but outside the Cincinnati Reds stadium, it was filled with people because the Reds had a promotional night to where it was Pete Rose night. And they did the whole thing where they take away the banish of over his retired jersey and things like they went all in on Pete Rose being reinstated and off of the permanently ineligible list. And so the fact that they did that and the fans showed out, it kind of tells you everything you need to know about how the fans of Major League Baseball feel about Pete Rose, even if the sports writers don't do their job.
And two, also you look at Pete Rose at the latter years of his life, he mellowed out so much. Like if you would have back in the 80s when all this was happening, right? It was 80s, was like he was a much different character back then than what he was at the end of his life. And it'll be, like I said, I just go back to the sports writers over and over, and it's going to be interesting to see. A lot of those old sports writers are no longer with us, and they've retired and they've moved on. It's going to be interesting to see what the new age sports writers do, because not only are they opening the doors for Shoeless Joe Jackson and Pete Rose, I really think that this will highly determine how they deal with those players in the steroid era, the Barry Bonds, the Roger Clemens, and so forth.
Raff, I agree with you on that. David from Renew says it's not like he bet against his own team. Come on, DF, I agree with you. John in Cortland says on the field as a player, undeniable, put him in, exclamation, writers be damned. And you know what, gentlemen, I agree with you on that. In that, Raff, I wonder, AG, Raff, and Nick, will they let their biases go? And that's what, and AG, I look at from the NFL Hall of Fame, before we kind of dive into maybe some of the cons against it. AG, I look at how biased, how they have vendettas. AG, think about the thousands and thousands of reporters you talk to in the locker room. Some you maybe like more than others, maybe not so much, but yet you knew you had to be professional, do your job. But some of those reporters have vendettas that have nothing to do with the football field or the baseball diamond or the basketball court.
Yeah, I mean, they have their own agendas for one. They just say that. That's the realest of real. I learned that coming in as a freshman at Nebraska. When Chris Anderson and Keith, what's Keith's last name, AD? Dang it, I'm trying to think of his last name. Keith Zimmer. Yep. Keith Zimmer and Chris Anderson, gave us the rundown as a freshman of how, teaching us how to answer questions, but then also giving us a rundown that what you just said, that the reporters from these other teams, when we are on the road playing our road games, post-game interviews, some of these reporters have agendas. They are not there. They're not your friend, even though they're smiling and they're asking you questions. Got the mic directed to your face. And so I learned that right away at 18 years old. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, from that year on to then once I got to the NFL, it was definitely that I was watching and listening to the way the reporters in Seattle, Green Bay, Houston, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl events that I've done, and how they frame a question, how they deliver the question to me. Is this a loaded question? You know what? And I said the best advice, the number one thing that Chris Anderson told us, that freshman class of 95, is just answer the question. Don't add, don't elaborate, nothing. Just if they say, how did you feel today about the game? Yeah, I felt good. and that was it. Because then the reporter then really doesn't have nothing to grab onto and then try to elaborate on. Because if you're a young person that's getting interviewed, you don't realize that if you say, yeah, I had a good game, but then your but and whatever after that, they could try. They're so good at their jobs, like what we do, right? We interview people. We know how to dissect the answer while they're talking and then get another question ready to rebuttal from that. And so you have to be ready for that as athletes, pretty much. And so for those reporters out there that have basically kept people out because of opinions, of their biased opinions, like for example, Jerry Kramer for the Green Bay Packers, he was out of the NFL Hall of Fame for years because of one reporter that was in the Dallas area that he had a setup time and he missed the setup time. He missed the interview. And so you lean 60 years into it where he did not allow him and other reporters. He told and talked about, oh, this guy stood me up. Jerry Kramer finally didn't get in until his 70s, basically. So it's yes. As a reporter, be biased, do your job, but then for some instances, just like anything else, do your research right and don't make it emotional. Make it a business first, because when you get emotional, then you're doing things that are basically unconstitutional to sports, not just baseball, not just basketball, but to sports, because you're holding a grudge on something that has nothing to do with you. The player didn't do nothing directly at you, but then you're going to hold on to that and basically kind of cool him or her from not getting inducted to a place they should have been a long time ago.
As we put a bow on this, guys, just to provide context to the situation with the Baseball Writers of America, the oldest member joined the Baseball Writers of America in 1987. There's two members that have been on the associate or part of the association since the 80s. Him in 87, then another guy in 1989. I almost said Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose ended up managing the Reds until 1989. So that's why it's significant. Everybody else, though, either joined the Baseball Writers in 1990 or later. The one guy on the association that covers the Reds specifically joined the association in 2016.
Wow.
So a little bit younger there. So you're talking about guys that certainly were not around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was playing and under all the scrutiny, but we are up against the
Yes, I'm going to take us out of here, folks. One thing that I'll never forget what Coach Osborne told, I'm sure he told you this, AG, as well, when I was getting involved in the business world and speaking, he goes, AD, no comment is a powerful thing because they can never use it against you.
That's bold.
They can never hold it against you. I'll tell you what's not boring is people accuse you of saying something you didn't say. So
that's what A for.
Yeah, no comment always gets it done.
Yeah.
Folks, we'll be back. We got some history to discuss, and we'll keep our show rolling because we got NFL schedules at 10, and they did my Steelers dirty. Tell them when we come back.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heights on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington Homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Attention! Acres is cutting interest rates and offering great deals below market value on the largest selection of used inventory in the nation. For a limited time, Acres is offering interest rates as low as 2.9% on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Acres low interest rates, along with our below market prices on select John Deere used planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines, makes it a great time to upgrade your equipment for the 2025 season. Visit acres.com for details. That's AKRS.com. Offer ends May 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Support Matt Tablet Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Summertime is here. It's time to get to Brown's Shoe Fit for their May sandal sale. From now through May 31st, get $15 off all regular price sandals. Whether it's for hiking, for the lake, or just everyday sandals, Brown's has you covered. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your summer off right with the May sandal sale at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday, beautiful day outside. History time.
And you know what, Raff? There was someone who just drove by during when Kendall was here, and I didn't want to interrupt.
You did.
But I tell you what, man, he is the one that helps keep this thing going. We always want to appreciate Jack Russell. The segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. Protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell, Farm Bureau Financial Services, can help you. In today's history, this is before Nick's time, way before his time, because you know why? The Harlem Globetrotters were on Gilligan's Island.
Yes.
1981 TV comedy film. They appeared on Gilligan's Island on NBC. 1981. Dawn Wells. Remember who she was?
Mary Ann.
Mary Ann.
I watched Gilligan's Island.
Replays, right?
I watched it on MeTV. It was what it was called. It was like Channel 3 or something on our cable package. But MeTV, you would watch Gilligan's Island every now and then.
You know, when you was watching it, Raff and AG, when we were watching it growing up, if you watch it, even of it, as you got older, you start to think, making you think, okay, why did the Howells have all those different changes of clothes for a 3-hour tour?
We don't ask questions.
And that looked like a bass boat. If they had so much money, what was they doing on the bass boat?
3-hour tour.
And a movie star, what was she doing on the bass boat?
Right?
Mary Ann Gilligan and Professor, even the professor, what were you doing? Geological, archaeological, oceanography. But Gilligan and the rest of them I can understand. But the other 3, as I got older, I'm like, this makes no sense whatsoever.
You asked some important questions there.
Need to know questions.
What you got, Raffy?
All right. I have 2 birthdays today. Turning 72 years old. He wore number 5 for the Kansas City Royals. George Brett, 72 years old today.
George Brett is 72?
72.
Yeah. 13-time All-Star, George Brett.
Okay.
Brett.
Before you hop on, I want to ask all you guys this. Is George Brett the face of Kansas City sports?
I think it switched.
It's changed to Mahomes.
I could agree with that. It definitely switched. I think before that, it was definitely Brett. Maybe a little bit of Bo because he was there and he did what he did, but it was morely Brett than anything. But now with Pat doing what he's been doing, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And the amount of Super Bowls he's got there.
Right. Because how many world championships did KC get with Brett? 1 or none?
1985.
Yep.
1985. Okay. I knew it was at least 1. I knew that. Okay. Gotcha.
So but once again, one-time World Series champion, George Brett, 13-time All-Star, George Brett. It's a really decorated career in that one. It's also Ray Lewis's 50th birthday today.
Yep.
I can believe it.
Yep. Ray Lewis turned 50.
We got a 56th birthday too.
Who's that?
Emmitt Smith.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Emmitt Smith born on May. The hospitals were busy this day.
What's more shocking is Emmitt Smith is only 6 years older than Ray Lewis. Like, in my mind, that's surprising for me.
They seem almost generations
They seem decades apart.
Yeah.
Wow. Emmitt is 56 years old.
56.
Yeah, looking good too.
Yeah, I see. Have you seen him in a while, AG?
Yeah, I've been seeing. He's been doing commercials. He's been doing like a couple, I think Super Bowl commercials. He did maybe it was insurance, like Geico or something, or State Farm maybe. He did something during Super Bowl, and he's done some recent ones too, with I think Frito Lay's or Pepsi or something like that.
Wow.
Dang. You want to know another birthday? Hall of Fame pitcher from the Atlanta Braves organization, born in 1967, John Smoltz.
Oh, Smoltz. I know Johnny. Hey.
Smoltz is it's his birthday. 8-time MLB All-Star, won the World Series in 95, won the Cy Young in 96. Born in Warren, Michigan.
Nice. Even though, and that's interesting because even though he's from Michigan, obviously, but he's a Packer fan. And it's an event. It's an event that I go to when I was there every year called the it was something red. It had red in the title, but it was a fundraising event that I did every year in Appleton, Wisconsin. And he was the key. He was the MC. And then one year, me and him, we both MC'd the event. But for that time, I'll see him. When I first met him, I was like, "Oh man, what's up?" He's like, "I'm a fan, man." I said, "I've been a Packer fan, even though I'm from Michigan." I was like, "Really?" But you get a lot of that, obviously. A lot of fans from other states, from enemy territory, but are big fans. And I was like, "Bro, you are one hell of a pitcher. Like, what are you talking about?"
Yeah. When you said this Packer fan right now, I thought about that guy you guys just drafted. What did he say? 1, 2, 3, Green Bay.
Yeah,
he said, he messed that up. Yeah, he's gonna hear about that his whole rookie year.
1, 2, 3, Green Bay.
Go Green Bay. No, he said go Green Bay. That's what he said.
When you were Matthews backcourt, what did he just say?
Hey, I already know. I know how coaches work in the NFL to lighten things up during practice. I'm pretty sure at that rookie camp they just had. If they didn't do it at the rookie camp, they're going to definitely do it at training camp when everybody's in the house. They're going to have the video crew splice together a sizzle reel of him saying "Go Green Bay, go!" He's not going to. His whole rookie year is going to be based on that comment he made when he got drafted. What's his name? Matthew Golden, man.
That's right. What you got for us, AG?
I got, a fun game that I beat this game right away because I love the movies. So this game was produced by Atari and Warner Brothers. It was the interactive release of Enter the Matrix, the same day the Matrix Reloaded movie came out in theaters that summer, which was, I remember I was at Canton. We were at Canton and we played, I can't remember who we played. I think it was the Jets or somebody or the Browns, but we played them in the first, it was my first Canton game as a professional. So I thought that was cool. Got a chance to get the tour of the Hall of Fame. We're talking on Hall of Fame stuff this show, but I was in Canton. I watched Reloaded in the movie theater that night too. But the video game came out. I had that game, got home. I say every Sunday I was on that game after my game playing it because it was a fun movie to watch. And it said so many things about what we're living in today. Like we're in the Matrix pretty much as they say from that movie, from part 1 to part 2, part 3. But that video game came out on the OG Xbox back then and was part on 360 as well. So
there you go.
Love it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Folks, when we come back, we've got the NFL schedule. Week 1, we got all of it, but week 1 is going to be very interesting for a lot of teams. We'll go through all of it.
Somebody's going to be getting that smoke for 3 weeks.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust and handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Make your move fun and easy with the help of Movers and Shakers. Movers and Shakers is homegrown, female-led, and ready to help make your transition to a new space as seamless as possible. They excel at residential and commercial moving jobs, as well as offer home cleanouts and junk removal services. Moving into a new place is stressful enough, so let Movers and Shakers ease the transition. Give them a call today at 712-899-6265 or book your move online at www.moversandShakersNE.com today.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock numbers G121492. G187747 and G196599.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Why wait for fall? Deer season is here now at Landmark Implement. Through June 2nd, get up to $3,000 off select John Deere compact utility tractors or Gator XUVs, or choose 0% APR financing on the hard-working 4044M, 2 Series, 3D, and 3E compact utility tractors or full-size Gator models. There's never been a better time to get behind the wheel of a Deere. Hurry into Landmark Implement today and take advantage of these offers and experience the Landmark difference.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East Sports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We're proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
NFL Week 1 matchups, folks, and it is absolutely insane. Well, first of all, the first game, September 4th, we got the Cowboys at the Eagles Thursday night game, gentlemen. As you looked over this schedule, I mean, it's almost like the NFL is like a mad scientist when they put this together.
Yeah.
You know, because
they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing.
Quick, bro. Of all your seasons starting, I mean, just like your first games, and that's a long time to remember, though. Because
I got it.
there was a lot of games involved in those with all those. You keep those right in your head because you remember certain places and situations. Was there a week 1 game that stands out more than the others?
Oh, let me see. I would say week 1, my between 01 RC 2000 to about 04, our week 1, we had a couple Monday nighters, and I remember week 1, 04 season. I'll never forget it. It was the same season tied in with Barry Bonds and crew when Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire were going through their thing, and Barry's about to hit the record for Hank Aaron. We opened up Monday Night Football against Carolina Panthers. And I think I told this story before. It's a funny story. So I wake up. So a couple things happened. I'll try to get through this fast, but long story short of it, Brett so we had 3 walks. So we got there on Sunday, or we got there on Friday, and we had 3-4 walkthroughs. Okay. So Friday walkthrough, Saturday walkthrough, Sunday walkthrough, because it's Monday Night Football, a Monday morning walkthrough. And on Sunday's walkthrough, Brett said, hey, we don't know, boom, 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 what we're doing by now. We ain't going to win this game. So it was Mike Sherman, like basically going over and over the stuff before. But then another funny moment was in my room, my roommate Kabir, Baja Biamilla, we're sitting at, we wake up Saturday morning, Sports Center's on, he's watching Sports Center. He asked me, who's Hank Aaron? I said, what?
Yikes.
I said, what you mean? You joking with me, right? He's like, no, I don't watch a lot of baseball. I said, okay. I said, but Kabir, don't say that to nobody when we're at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Don't repeat what you just asked me. He's like, why? Because just don't do it. Just don't repeat it, okay? But Hank Aaron, he's the guy that Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, they're chasing him, his home run record. He's like, oh, I'm like, Lord have mercy on his. So he was that little 5-year-old on our team. But that was the two funny things because Mr. Sherman, he was a type of coach that he was always on pins and needles. He made sure he was so worried about us knowing the stuff that he would overdo things. And that was when we had 4 walkthroughs before kickoff. And we ended up winning the game against the Carolina Panthers. I think like 42-15 or 14 or something like that. It wasn't pretty for the Panthers. So, yeah, but that game sticks out because it's just so, it was like, wow, interesting.
Gotcha.
Home run race going on. My man Kabir don't know what the home run race is all about. I'm like, come on, Kabir. Love you to death, but you gotta watch some baseball, man.
You got the Chiefs. Go ahead, Nick.
AG, how would you feel about overseas games? So there are here are the overseas games.
Yes.
Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, Steelers. Then the very next week, the Vikings go over to London from Dublin and play the Browns. Then it's Broncos, Jets, Rams, Jags, Falcons, Colts, and Commanders versus the Dolphins. How would you feel about having back-to-back weeks overseas like the Minnesota Vikings do, where they play in Dublin, Ireland on September 28th, and then they play in the next week in London in the United Kingdom on October 5th?
My thing would be just to plan it out properly. Like, if we're playing back-to-back weeks, we better be staying in Europe for a week.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
don't fly. But I heard of some teams like for example, in the NFL before Europe games, it was the California trip for East Coast teams or Midwest teams, right? Like we go to California, and sometimes you have to play the Chargers and the Raiders.
Yeah,
and so some teams would fly back. Like, so we flew back one time, and I was like, why are we flying back? And you could tell, and in effect, that's a little bit, but because it wasn't overseas, like going over the Atlantic for 8 hours, 6 hour time change. It was a 3 hour time change. Yeah, but it's back-to-back weeks, and if it's week 13, 14, that does make a difference. So just be conscious of that. So hopefully they plan it out where they stay there, and then just bus ride over or small jet over to the next country to play that next game, because then the jet lag, all that is real. And at the NFL level, or I say at any level, if you travel overseas, jet lag is real. It takes your body 1 hour per day to acclimate to that time zone. And you don't want to do that to your players. You don't want to do that to your coaches, because they'll be starting to get sleepy and not able to focus at the time of a kickoff. When it's kickoff at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. England time, and it's, you're looking at 11, 12 o'clock, where they're from. So make sure that plan is properly, and then because that came in with Thursday night football. It's just your body has to recover in 2-3 days, and you got another game. And there's some teams that got that this season. I think the Packers have that in week 3, where they play on Sunday and they have the next week against another good team. So I think they play the Eagles or somebody, or Chicago, and then they play the Browns. I was just looking at their schedule.
Oh, well, if it's Bears and then Browns, you guys will be just fine.
Yeah, no, no, take that back. It's Browns and Cowboys.
Oh, you're even safer. You're even safer.
I'm wrong. Correction. It's the first week of the season, so they start off with the Lions, and then Thursday night they play the Commanders. So they got 2 playoff teams.
See ya.
Yeah.
It's your start.
They might have an 0-2 start. That's rough.
Go ahead. Rough.
I got something I've got to admit to everyone. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I've got to. I listened to Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's podcast yesterday. And the funniest thing ever, they're talking about the schedule release.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason's like, yeah, there's some reports coming out, because they recorded it on Monday or whatever. Like, there's some reports from Yahoo coming out saying that you guys are going to be playing the Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And Travis Kelce's like, really? Oh man, that's interesting. And they keep on talking like, well, we don't know if this is official yet or not. And they go, and Jason's like, well, there's a yellow check mark next to the Yahoo, and there's this guy's name and stuff like that. And this goes on for a couple minutes. All of a sudden, Travis Kelce goes, when's this release? And they're like, oh, it comes out on Wednesday. Oh yeah, we're going to be in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Man.
On week three, you have September 7th, you have the Bengals versus the Browns. That'll be, of course, a good one. The Chiefs take on the Chargers. Giant and the Commanders, and Rav, AG, and Nick. Steelers at the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So many storylines.
Justin Fields faces former team. And so
of course.
There's a lot of things going on.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised. They did this when Brett became a Viking and a Jet.
Yep.
They played Green Bay right away. Or during the regular season sometimes.
Aaron Rodgers goes back, plays his former team.
So many storylines.
There's going to be so many storylines.
There's going to be a lot of that. Raiders take on the Patriots. You guys, speaking of the Raiders, I just what do you look for them this year? I know we kind of went to this, but the Raiders to me are just intriguing in that with the changes, in the moves. What are you guys' thoughts on the Raiders this year, man?
I mean, right now is just finding out who exactly or what exactly will be their identity, because they've had so much turmoil over the last 5 years that their regular season just an afterthought, to be honest. And it's tough, because when you're at the pro level, you have so much chaos going on behind closed doors. And it wasn't closed doors, it was open doors, because we all knew about what was going on, from the Gruden stuff to just, being in Vegas. And Vegas is not even the problem, right? the team being in Vegas is not the problem. It's just the team, unfortunately, having things going on from upper management decisions to playing. Some of the quarterbacking obviously has been rough between Minshew and the kid from Purdue. It's been tough. I think they're still trying to lay this is who we are. Being that we're in Vegas now, this is our offense, this is our defense, but what's the threat of coming out to LA or to Las Vegas to play us? Does teams have second thoughts like, man, we gotta go out to Vegas and play? Because it's an indoor stadium and they ain't have to worry about the heat. So you would think that would be a thing, but it's nothing like that when you go out there. No team is like, oh man, we got the Raiders this weekend. Oh man, like we got to get ready to play. Like we go out there, we're going to get a dub most likely. That's a mindset of current teams and current. I'll say that from my perception, that's the mindset of most NFL teams going into Allegiant Stadium.
However, when you look at the Raiders, I would say they're a little intriguing. There's a couple of interesting pieces with their team. Obviously, you bring in Pete Carroll, and you wonder how he's going to affect that organization. You reunite him with Geno Smith, and Geno Smith, they gave him a large contract to be their franchise quarterback. You use your first-round pick on a skill position guy at running back in Ashton Genty, and we saw while Amir Abdullah and the conglomerate of Raiders running backs did a really nice job last year, kind of toting the rock. There's difference between having one guy like they had a couple of years ago in Josh Jacobs, who's now doing his thing in Green Bay, versus what they had kind of their foot forward last year with Amir and that rest of that room. So there's difference there. Defensively, they got one of the most disruptive guys in the entire National Football League in Max Crosby coming off. One of the most disruptive guys in all of the leagues. So I don't know. They're intriguing. You have a coach now. Is that coach given stability with the ownership group and the guys that are in those rooms? That's yet to be determined. But at least for right now, in the offseason, they used a high draft pick 2 years ago on a tight end out of Georgia. They obviously used the high draft pick
Bowers,
in Ashton Genty, and so we'll see what the Raiders can do. As they try to contend for that arms race that is the AFC West. Really,
we'll see that if Pete Carroll has that same enthusiasm he had to get his players motivated when he was in Seattle. Because he would bring a certain level of motivation. He'll make it to where the area where their practice and meeting was a fun area. It wasn't tight and tense because he was kind of the adage of you play better when you play loose. He had a basketball rim in the main meeting room so guys could kind of relax and shoot hoops while they're going on film or take a break and do that when they were done watching film, things like that. So if he brings that in there, I say this would be a good first step to get into that level to understanding that, yes, it's serious. We got to play ball. We got to play mistake-free football or fundamentally sound, because all his teams, especially in Seattle, they were full contact. They knew how to wrap up on defense and all that stuff, and they have the characters to do that. But just will they have the buy-in to it and understand what they got to do to get to that level?
Go ahead, Raffy.
Oh, I was agreeing with the stability factor of it. I think that is the key. That is the key thing for not just the Raiders, but any NFL team is like, what happens if they come out and go 0-2 right away? It's like, oh, here we go again. Or is this, one of those things that the stability that Pete Carroll can bring to the organization to where they can put, up some success, because I think they've got a good chemistry of leadership players on that team. It's just a matter of, what they do, to begin with. So.
And with this, guys, I mean, here's one of the most fascinating pieces is opening weekend on September 7th. The Raiders and the Patriots square off. And that's another situation. I know we're deviating
very similar.
We're deviating from the schedule conversation, but that's okay. I think, however, though, when you look at the New England Patriots, the way that they did Gerard Mayo and the way that Robert Kraft came out and was like, yeah, you know what? Gerard Mayo probably wasn't ready to be a head coach, this, that, and the third. Like that was really, really disappointing to see, I think, in the offseason. And then you knew that they just wanted Mike Vrabel when everything, came to a halt. And so Mike Vrabel comes in, and there's still a lot of question marks around New England, right? Is Drake May that guy? And is what are they doing at running back? And what about skill position guys and defensively? And there's so many questions that Raff, that's another place where it feels like with the Raiders, we don't know what the situation is stability wise, but it feels like with Robert Kraft, as he gets older, he's becoming more and more of a wild card to where you just don't know how he's going to respond as the owner of the Patriots, because for him to even hire Gerard Mayo and then come back and backpedal the next offseason after I thought Gerard Mayo did just a fine job with what he was given in New England, for Robert Kraft to come out and backpedal and be like, hey, yeah, you know what? Looking back, he probably wasn't ready to be a head coach. Shame on you, because that is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is not a good response. I would say that he could at least elaborate it in a professional way, because that was not professional to have a guy in there where he's been under, he got his years under Belichick, and we all know there's a lot of coaches in the NFL that year one did not go well, and he's one of them in terms of Mayo, and then he's gone after year one. It's like, come on, you can't. That's Bush League stuff, because you don't give a guy a chance to grow. You're just saying, okay, we messed up. Now we want to move on, like you mentioned, Nick, to a guy that we already know, and it goes back to the whole, Brian Flores stuff like that. It's like, come on, like, what are you really doing? Like, if you're gonna give a time, I've seen coaches of white coaches be in there for years before they start winning, before they even thought about talking about they were on a hot seat and getting cut or getting fired as a head coach. So to do this with Mayo is like, what are you doing? Like, what's the message you're really saying, and what rules are you living by right now? And you're trying to be progressive. Like, this is not progressive right now. You're not giving opportunity for players that want to be coaches out there. You're sending a signal to those players that this is how we do things in New England. It's like, no, it shouldn't be that way. That's just unfortunate. And they're going to pay for it, because it's going to take another adjustment period or whatever Bravo has to do. And he might come in there and, lay an egg too. We don't know, because his last year at Tennessee wasn't the greatest, and he had talent there. He did do away with AJ Brown, but you still got to find out when they're in the building, basically.
And that AJ Brown stuff, guys, wasn't his decision specifically.
No, he had no choice.
I think he was pretty frustrated with that.
Pissed. That
was kind of the start of the turmoil with Mike Vrabel in Tennessee. But don't the New England Patriots, in the way they set up their offense through the draft, because they drafted Trevion Henderson, they also still have Ramondre Stevenson in that backfield. Doesn't that feel a lot like the Ryan Tannehill, not necessarily Derrick Henry type, but the similar type of quarterback of Ryan Tannehill, Drake May, and then you don't have great wide receivers outside of them, but then you have what you expect to be a pretty good running back in Trevion Henderson. It feels a lot like old Tennessee.
A little bit.
I ask you, remember the facial expression of Vrabel when they traded AJ Brown?
I was like, well, and there we go.
He was not happy, man.
Is that game? Is the Raiders that's at the Patriots?
At the Patriots.
Yes.
The only thing that makes this game better is if somehow they could get Tom Brady on the call.
If it's Fox, he's Fox. Is this a Fox game?
It's CBS.
It's CBS. So no.
Yeah. The part owner of the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be awesome.
And they probably knew that and did that, but I'm pretty sure the Raiders is going to get a Fox game here or there.
Top of it all, guys, you have a wild card in the wide receiver room in Stephon Diggs. You don't know how he's going to come back, not only from injury, but just from a mental attitude standpoint as well. And then it's Kendrick Bourne. Like that's your wide receiver too.
Yeah.
And so it's just a weird dynamic right now in New England, because they traded away Matthew Judon a couple of years ago. He was with the Pittsburgh
Steelers,
Atlanta Falcons. Was Judon, but it's a situation of where you look at that offense and you say, okay, is Drake May that guy? Maybe. If not, is New England already ready to cut the cord with Drake May next year in 26 when we look at the draft? I mean, it's just a wild dynamic that then you throw on all the changes from a staff standpoint that were from Robert Kraft in the offseason. It just makes
You got the Buccaneers versus the Falcons. You got the Dolphins at the Colts. Panthers, Jags, another team that's going to be interesting to see. Cardinals at the Saints.
Wait, which one? Which team? Panthers or Jags? Which one's more interesting?
I think the Jags are going to be very interesting in how to use Travis Hunter, but I think the Panthers are just as well with You know, is this going to be the buster or the go year with QB?
I'm going to tell you, I'm fascinated to see if Bryce Young can make a step.
It's going to be interesting.
He was starting to at the end of last year.
And that is exactly why.
He was making strides.
I really think that Bryce Young take a step forward in his sophomore year.
Mm-hmm. Well, you look at the Jags, like I said, that Bryce, you know, like I said, with Hunter's going to be interesting there. You got the Cardinals going to be at the Saints. Raff, you think about at the Saints, who's the QB? You know, that's who's going to be there.
We're going to wait and see. That's what we're going to do.
Who you think?
Shuck. Tyler Shuck.
Got Tyler Shuck in there.
Even though it's spelled Sough.
Yeah. Shuck. Raff, you got the Titans at your Broncos.
Hello.
September 7th on Fox, 4:05 p.m. Titans, another interesting team because a lot of more question marks than periods, I think, in their organization right now. I think this year, based off what we've seen from Bo last year, could be an interesting year because when he stood up to Peyton, it changed.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you know what? I'm a grown man. I
flipped the
respect
switch.
you, but you're not going to be in my ear just yelling in my face like that.
Yep.
And I think that switch, and Peyton said he wanted to see that pushback from him. Raff, how do you, looking at what you guys drafted, what you guys got come back, a healthy roster in Denver, because you guys were decimated with injuries last year.
Yeah.
How do you see them this year?
Well, first off, the first game of the year, I look at it like this. You're going to have a rookie quarterback, Cam Ward, and you're going to be going up against that Broncos defense, going against the reigning, defending defensive player of the year, Patrick Surtain. So it's going to be interesting to see what Vance Joseph does with that defense that first game. If you try to confuse the rookie, if you're going to try and make him run, so the way Denver will play defense there. I like what Denver have done on the offseason. The only thing that kind of sparks me a little bit is just that the receivers. It's like they've got they still got Cortland Sutton, but they're really going to need Marvin Mims, who was making strides last year. They're going to need Mims to step up. Vile, who is starting to need help a little bit more from him, and then the big one will be Troy Franklin. That he dropped some balls last year. If he ups his game, then I think Denver will be dangerous. So
and Troy Franklin was the guy from Oregon,
I
believe.
Yep.
Right.
Got the burners, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can fly.
Yeah, he can
fly.
Out. He can.
And then
out.
I'm really excited for the new running back, RJ Harvey.
He's
Never forget when you thought that they were going to take Omarion Hampton.
Hey,
Broncos,
go back.
No doubt. Omarion Hampton, first round pick, lock it in.
Hey, thankfully.
Did they take a defender from Texas?
Yes, Jahdae Barron, who is going to be. He's going to be good. He can play the slot. He can play outside. He can play safety. He's going to be really good.
He's a handy.
You pair him with Patrick Surtain. Denver defense is going to be a handful.
And Surtain, you got a person like Surtain, too, a veteran that can teach him the ropes as well. Folks, to round it out, you got the 49ers at the Seahawks. You got Texans at the Rams. Lions at the Packers. I think that Texans team down where the AG's that's going to be interesting, too. They went on a heck of a run last year. Lions at the Packers. That is 425 CBS. Ravens at the Bills. That'll be that's going to be a head knocker.
A game.
Head knocker right there. And then the Vikings at the Bears on Monday.
Chicago. So you got two NFC.
Hey, Ben Johnson. His first game.
Yes, indeed. Monday Night Football. All NFC teams facing each other.
Interdivision team.
Doesn't it amaze you how, like, when a coach says something at a press conference, how they end up having to play them?
100%. Like I said, NFL knows what they're doing.
That's right. Take us away.
Folks, we'll be right back. We got a lot more to discuss. There's a lot of things going on tonight. Purdue, Nebraska takes on Purdue. We'll discuss that. NBA action as well. Husker softballs tomorrow at 2 p.m. there in Baton Rouge. We'll discuss when we come back.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Play ball! Ready for summer fun and ballpark vibes? Bring your pack to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. From May through August, the Lincoln Salt Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Make your move fun and easy with the help of Movers and Shakers. Movers and Shakers is homegrown, female-led, and ready to help make your transition to a new space as seamless as possible. They excel at residential and commercial moving jobs, as well as offer home cleanouts and junk removal services. Moving into a new place is stressful enough, so let Movers and Shakers ease the transition. Give them a call today at 712-899-6265 or book your move online at www.moversandShakersNE.com today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Breezy and not nearly as hot today in Lincoln. We did manage 90 yesterday. I'm thinking 82 for a high temperature today, but wind gusts are going to be around 30 to 40 miles an hour, so hang on to those hats out there. Wind will stay with us tonight. We'll drop down to 56 for a low. We'll get up to 80 again tomorrow with, again, wind gusts up around 30 to 40 miles an hour. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. We back.
Sorry.
This is The Drive.
So, you guys, I know we have some partnerships we got to talk about right now. Not have to. We'd love to talk about them.
We do. And we'll start off with this one. Our friends at Renew. Call or text Nate, Eric, or David today. 402. Sorry about that. 833-3858. I felt you guys heard me sneeze literally 10 seconds before we got back on air.
You did well.
And I felt another one coming. It's never just one sneeze for me. It's always about 7.
You're a pro's pro.
Yeah, something like that. I get them all out at once. Okay, so this segment brought to you by our friends at Renew. Call or text Nate, Eric, or David at 402-833-3858, or you can visit Renew online at renewyourauto.com. Raff, in person, what do they do best?
Everything.
That is correct. Body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray in bed liners, paintless dent repair, rust proofing, undercoating, and so much more. Give Nate, Eric, David a text or a call today, 402-833-3858, or you can learn more online at renewyourauto.com and see what Renew can do for you.
Guys, we got the PGA Championship that has already started. And I tell you what, that leaderboard, bless you again, brother. Let it rip. Bless you again. Bless you again.
Here we go. Come on.
There we go. See, I told you guys. It was just a matter of time. There was 4 of them.
Oh, man. We'll keep blessing you.
Thank you.
And the PGA folks, right now, you got Luke Donald at -4.
Okay.
At -4. You got Ryan Fox at -4.
Who and who?
Yeah. Alex Norman at -4. There's quite a few guys that are at -4 right now, gentlemen.
Man, Roy McIlroy. What's going on, Rory? +2 out through 10.
Yeah, Rory's up. Is at +2.
He was struggling when I was watching before the show. He was struggling with tee shots, and that's been one of the. I mean, he is such a big hitter off of the tee that if it goes sideways, I mean that's where he really makes a lot of his game, whether or not it makes or breaks. So. I don't know. I think I also wanted to know, like, guys, from Rory's standpoint, are you just playing without pressure now?
Raff, what you think, man?
You finally got the monkey off your back, so to say, about the Grand Slam. Are you playing with pressure?
I think it's alleviated greatly. I mean, after you go the years that he went without winning a major. However, then you come out and you go +2 through 10. So then that pressure, I guess, is back on you again because now people are going to be like,
right?
So no, it's. I think golf. It's always pressure. I mean, you could have won as many tournaments as Tiger Woods, but you go out on the 18th hole and you have to make a 5-foot putt to win a tournament. I think that pressure is going to be there all the time in golf.
Of course. Go ahead.
I was going to say, AG, this guy is just. Like I said, he won the Masters. He's got got that bag now. I think, like back to your point, I think there's pressure all the time. But I think, in my personal opinion, I think there's different types of pressure. There's pressure to perform well at this event, but the pressure to get another major, that's gone now. So I'm not saying this is just another golf event, AJ. I'm just simply saying he's playing with pressure of that event alone and not with the monkey of not having that third major on his back again.
Correct.
Yeah, 100%. Because, going for the big major that we're talking about, once that for that golfer, they win the Masters, they get their green jacket, really what else there's to do? It's got the mentality, but you got to have a drive in you that makes sure you stay focused, and then you keep that path of going and being successful at each major, event keeps you good there, because then that'll keep you on top. And that's what Tiger Woods had. He gets a master, he wants another one. He wants to keep going. He wants to just destroy anybody he's competing with. And that's why you saw when he was coming out, or when even before he came in, and during his time in, you saw how players was like, I did a good day, but I had this guy on my back. They had a guy by the name of Tiger Woods huffing down their backs, because they knew he was going to come and eventually hit a perfect round. So when a player does get that jacket, sometimes every player reacts differently. And right now, Roy's probably like, you know what? Yes, pressure's off, but I want to float a little bit. I want to kind of be relaxed. But right now, you can't. You still got to be in competition. It's still there right in front of you.
With this being, Nick, a major, another one.
Yeah.
To AG's point, to Raff's point, isn't it time for right now you'd like to see Rory be greedy?
Of course, and as a competitor, you never expect anybody to, take their foot off the gas, especially at this level. Now, there are other guys, though, that I would say they look around and say, okay, Rory hadn't won a major since 2014 or whatever the year was. I think it was 2014. And it was, okay, you know what? Just this little 6-year slump that I'm on, I want to get out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I look at guys like Jordan Spieth,
right?
Justin Thomas for a major, right? Like those two guys had such promising starts to their career.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? If you're a guy like Xander Schauffele, who just won a major last year, you're saying, I want to get back on top. Scotty Scheffler,
Morikawa
always is going to say, I'd clump Morikawa into the Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth conversation. But if you're Scotty Scheffler, you're saying, I'm trying to show that I'm still the best out here, right? There's been so much Rory buzz, not only because he won the first tournament, but then he is able to follow it up with the Masters win and get the Grand Slam. There's been so much Rory buzz that as competitors, you got to feel like everybody, the usual suspects, the Scotty Schefflers, the Jordan Spieths, the Justin Thomases, even some other guys, like we're still waiting on Tony Finau.
Yeah.
All right. We're still waiting on Finau to finally break through for one. And so there's been a couple of instances where, whether it's been like JJ Spawn or somebody like that's kind of shown up and impressed some players, that you have your usual suspects that are kind of in a slump, and it's very difficult to win a major. But man, once you do, what kind of chain reaction that can also set off.
Yeah, you look at the leaderboard right now, it's interesting. I mean, the usual suspects, there's really no one in sight. It's all names that you don't hear of all that often. So it'll be interesting to see later in the day with some of those maybe bigger named groups to come out and see what happens on that leaderboard, because right now you got Noren who's leading it. Well, 5 under.
And it's crazy, guys, because you look just down at the leaderboard, and I was watching earlier, like I was saying earlier, guys like Shane Lowry, who I mean, who
was sniffing it this past weekend.
He had back-to-back 3 putts and ended up was at 1.3 over. Well, now he's 1 over on the day. Jason Day is 1 over on the on the morning. Tony Finau 1 over. They're sure all within striking distance, but it also doesn't feel like. Now, granted, you look at the top, and it's guys like Noren and Fox and Luke Donald and JT Poston and even Matt Fitzpatrick, who I'm glad to see up there. Matt Fitzpatrick, the former Northwestern Wildcat himself, like he's up at the top, but you don't expect them to stay, right? So, like, I think on a Thursday, if you are a guy like Scotty Scheffler, and they've done this time and time again, and we see it time and time again, Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Rory McIlroy, because they're in a pairing together anyway. They're probably sitting here going, okay, you know what? If I can finish the day even 1 under, 2 under, I'm within striking distance. Friday, that's a big day. Saturday, that's when we really make our move. Well, be within a couple of shots. And the guys that are accustomed to these circumstances, the Scotties of the world, they won't crack under pressure on Saturday. the Norins, the Luke Donnells, those guys that we don't really know a whole lot about that aren't used to this moment, they will fold. And if they don't, that makes it even more impressive.
That's a different kind of pressure.
Yeah, Luke Donald here and there, him being that early. But the guy, Raff, I'm going to ask you guys about, all of you about, Brooks Koepka is +5.
Just going to say that.
Yes.
That is so crazy.
Raff, he is, it's almost like since he switched over. Now, he came back and obviously won some majors.
Yeah.
But since his last one, he didn't even make the cut at the Masters.
Yeah.
I think he's missed a few. He is +5 through 14. If he doesn't get that down to at least +1, +2,
yeah,
he's going to have to play lights out tomorrow just to make the weekend. Yeah. What is up with Brooks?
Where you been? I mean,
Brooks.
It's crazy because and what I would also equate ever since that first season of Full Swing came out, that's where it really shifted. So Brooks, you'll remember that beef that Brooks and Bryson DeChambeau had, and this was like towards the end of both of them being in the PGA. They both move on to the Live, and it's like, all right, you know what? Let's squash this beef. Let's put it aside. Let's film you on Full Swing as well, and we'll tell Brooks' story. Brooks kind of became a little bit of not a fan favorite, but people felt differently about Brooks.
Maybe he need to pick up a beef with somebody
right?
and get his edge
right?
back.
And so ever since then, though,
just start something.
Ever since then, I almost wonder if we are expecting too much from Brooks.
Yeah.
Like, did we read too much into what we saw in the documentary and during that season? Because maybe that he's to play on an old meme. You're not that guy, pal. Like, maybe he's just not that guy.
Man, but he gave us a lot of hints, though, didn't he, Raff?
Yeah. No, it's looking at him is just interesting, and you just wonder, just the flip to the Live, if that's changed, just his play. I mean, he was one that didn't like the playing schedule, but sometimes you got to take your medicine to be. So you just wonder if just the period of not playing, competitive golf has just hurt his game.
Before we go to break, you look at where he's at, man, and it's kind of interesting. Around the greens of regulation, it's ranked 73, scrambling, ranked 44, putts per round, tied for 61. None of these, except for his scoring, as far as only one's in the top 10, even with top 15, is his par threes and total eagles.
And the greens are playing incredibly difficult. They were talking about that on the broadcast earlier today. That's why you see some of the guys like, what about Patrick Cantlay, who is just who's been around the leaderboards? He has a really nice short game, and it's with Patrick Cantlay. You're sitting there going, he's +4.
Yeah,
what's going on?
That flat stick.
He's usually that one that we never think that he'll win a major, but he's always kind of around the top 10 of the leaderboard.
True that. All right, we will throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
National Electrical Safety Month is held every May to raise awareness about the importance of staying safe around electricity. Visit les.com/safety for safety tips on power lines, tree trimming, storms, and so much more.
Make your move fun and easy with the help of Movers and Shakers. Movers and Shakers is homegrown, female-led, and ready to help make your transition to a new space as seamless as possible. They excel at residential and commercial moving jobs, as well as offer home cleanouts and junk removal services. Moving into a new place is stressful enough, so let Movers and Shakers ease the transition. Give them a call today at 712-899-6265 or book your move online at www.moversandShakersNE.com today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Breezy and not nearly as hot today in Lincoln. We did manage 90 yesterday. I'm thinking 82 for a high temperature today, but wind gusts are going to be around 30 to 40 miles an hour, so hang on to those hats out there. Wind will stay with us tonight. We'll drop down to 56 for a low. We'll get up to 80 again tomorrow with, again, wind gusts up around 30 to 40 miles an hour. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends Friday, May 16th.
See Home Club for details.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Attention! Acres is cutting interest rates and offering great deals below market value on the largest selection of used inventory in the nation. For a limited time, Acres is offering interest rates as low as 2.9% on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Acres' low interest rates, along with our below market prices on select John Deere used planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines, makes it a great time to upgrade your equipment for the 2025 season. Visit acres.com for details. That's AKRS.com. Offer ends May 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends. There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria, tacos, and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday, big day tomorrow. The voice of high school baseball, Nick Sainert, takes the mic.
You don't call me that. We don't need to call me that. But yes, state baseball on The Ticket
I'm gonna call
starts.
it to you again. The voice of baseball.
Starts tomorrow. There you go. They'll try to call me. Try. Go ahead.
Wow.
No. Yes, tomorrow morning. And guess what? So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of Lincoln flavor in Class A except for one team, and they are the number one seed. The Lincoln East Spartans are your number one seed in Class A. We'll get to see them. First game of the day tomorrow, 10 a.m. is first pitch from Tal Anderson Field up in Omaha. We'll have 4 games on the station tomorrow. Obviously, in between each games, we'll send it back here to the station, just like we usually do. and we'll have guys back here that will fill it up. You guys will be on the air from 9 to 10 a.m. like you usually are before sending it out to me. Who knows? Maybe I'll join from out there as well. But either way, yeah, Lincoln East and Papillion La Vista get us started tomorrow in the first round of the state baseball tournament. Waverly plays on Saturday. Scott plays on Saturday. There's a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to hear a lot of me and Austin talking because Austin's going to help me out. Austin and I we enjoy calling games together. However, you're going to hear a lot about guys that are going to college. There's a lot, and there's a couple on Lincoln East that are going to Nebraska, right? Most notably, Jeter Worthley, Joey Senstock are those two guys. However, there's guys from Omaha or Scott going to Oklahoma State. There's guys going. I mean, there are some notable programs that are coming to the state of Nebraska and taking talent from the prep scene. Guys, I told you this during the break. This goes from last year. We saw a guy by the name of Tyson Lewis basically run the show for Millard West High School. He was going to go to Arkansas to continue his college career. Ended up getting selected in the early rounds of the Major League Baseball draft. Tyson Lewis did. Decided to go pro to the Cincinnati Reds. He started off his pro career last night. This comes from a statistic account on Twitter. Tyson Lewis of the Cincinnati Reds organization started off his pro career last week in the Complex League. Hit a ball off the bat at 119.4 miles per hour. The only player in all of baseball that has hit a ball harder than that this year is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That is the only player that's hit a ball harder than Tyson Lewis, who is 19 years old from Millard West High School in his first year of professional ball. Some incredible stuff from the Millard West product that we got to see at the state baseball tournament last year.
Awesome.
Nick, let me ask you this, man. First of all, I when we had Nick Handley, the voice of the Huskers play-by-play gentleman on Tuesday, just listening to him talk, it was to how he spit out so much knowledge, numbers, stats, data. It was mind-boggling. It was impressive because you can tell this dude did his research. He does his research. You don't have a choice because
you're also being around the program every day.
Exactly. You're around the program every day. But you know what, Nick, I applaud you and Austin as well because I know there's a lot of work that goes into that. You can't come on there and try to be winging it. You got to know what you're talking about. And you guys, how many hours does it take you to prep? Because baseball and basketball.
I started Monday. So I got Class A done Monday, Class B done Tuesday, Class C done Wednesday.
So how many hours total you think you've put in?
I would say probably it's at least 2 or 3 per class.
Wow.
So you're probably probably approaching 10. But then obviously it adjusts similar to basketball, like we talked about. It adjusts and you build off of it the next day because we don't know Monday's matchups, obviously. So Sunday's going to be a busy day for that. But either way, we can move on now.
Yes,
Raff, what do you got for RGT?
RGT's, my man.
All right, today's Raff's Good Take with the condensed schedule tomorrow. Not sure if there'll be a Raff's Good Take. I need to get this in. Raff's Good Take goes out to Keenan Davis and Maddie LeBlanc. I just wanted to congratulate you guys on your upcoming nuptials. Just a great couple. I don't say this just because he's AD's son, but Keenan is one of the top-notch people in this world. It has been a pleasure to get to know him and to get to know Maddie, the same thing. So I wish you two both the best. You guys are Raff's Good Take.
Raff, I appreciate it, man. It hasn't even really sunk in yet that my middle son will be getting married on Saturday to an amazing family, too. Amazing family. Keenan, and I appreciate it. Man. Dennis LeBlanc, of course, I've known Dennis since I was 18 years old.
Yep.
Little did I know when I walked in that university, my future son, be marrying his daughter. I'm sure he probably had no idea.
Oh, heck no.
Awesome. So I'm definitely pleased about that. But so, Raff, I appreciate that, man. The 80 attitude adjustment is this, folks. I broke down this morning in some of my socials. I have more yesterdays than tomorrows. I've been talking about that a lot. I open pray I still have a lot of tomorrows left, but none of us really know. What I do now is this. I have today. Folks, that's all we got is today. Enjoy today.
AG, we got about a minute left, my friend. What you got? Anything?
Oh man, just I say try to take it like kind of what AD mentioned. Just take advantage of every moment you got. Stay focused on whatever goals we were talking about with Kendall earlier at the start of the show, because you just got biggest thing is just taking one thing at a time, one day at a time to get things done.
There you go. Raffy.
Take us home, brother.
All right, everyone. Have a great day. Be nice to each other. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
It pays to participate in LES Peak Rewards. You can earn a $25 gift card when you enroll your qualified smart thermostat in the program. Help curb electric demand and sign up today at les.com/peak rewards.
Play ball! Ready for summer fun and ballpark vibes? Bring your pack to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. From May through August, the Lincoln Salt Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!